the challenger Booker, you guys faced Doncic first round. Donovan, how is he different than those two? I mean, he had a triple double today.
He can play with the ball, but he does a great job playing off the ball, whether it be off ball screens, getting himself open. Really, really good in the mid range. The other two really three ball and to the rim guys. They're all 3-level scorers. He's honestly a 3-level scorer. It's hard. We put so much pressure coming downhill, and then he pulls up. So he has a complete package. We got to find a way to ball him up. I think we did a pretty good job in the fourth, but got a little loose early. Got to figure out our defense coverage. Like I said, we're going to watch film and try to figure out where to slow him down, but he's a great player in this league for a reason.
We'll go to Andrew. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Reggie. Along those lines, that same question. You guys have faced a lot of big guys. They're different this postseason. Ayton and what he brings, how do you compare that to what you've seen in the challenge of trying to contain him while also keeping an eye on a guy like Booker?
Really, really good. Player that's coming to his own. Tries to command the paint as much as he can. He's not going to let anybody off the hook, so we got to make sure we hit him early. We hit him early and often, keep him off the glass. Had a few breakdowns defensively with our rotations. I know myself personally had some, allowed him to get going early. He has great hands, and so he catches it. He's off the ground quick, so we got to make sure we can meet him before he gets his momentum going. And then just trust our rotations. So it's going to be a lot of film watching. It's going to be a lot of collective thoughts, guys getting together, figuring out how we're going to combat what they did today, so we can come out with a win in game 2. But they played great. We played great. He commanded the paint. He made sure they got some second chance points. Even when we were trying to load up on him, they got other guys crashing up the corner, whether it be Bridges, whether it be Crowder, whether it be Cam Johnson. So they present a nice little challenge. But that's what we love. We love to be tested. They got game 1. We're going to, like I said, hats off to them, but we're going to go ahead and refocus, recover, rest, and then figure out a way to get game 2.
And speaking of being tested with Marcus, obviously at the halftime, clearly he's not bright, comes out. Did he say anything to you guys about, what he wanted to see from you guys with that bigger lineup in the second half? Was there just any sort of next man up conversation that happened at halftime?
Yeah, he's been one of our leaders all year. So his whole thing was he didn't take any pity on himself. So he was more involved in engaging what we had going as a team. He was honest about what's going on here. The team compete, and give ourselves a chance. Unfortunately, we didn't get it tonight, but it was very selfless. Very selfless. Played with him before in Detroit. Just proud to be his teammate now, to see the maturation. And like I said, this team's been a relentless group, a resilient group, a selfless group, and we're here for a reason. So we got to go back, figure out how we can be better from this game, move on to game 2. And, hopefully we have as many guys as possible healthy. Kawhi, hopefully everything's going well with him, take care of himself. We know we have bumps and bruises, but we don't want to drop anybody else. Hopefully Marcus is going to be good. I'm confident he'll be ready to go. For game 2, we'll all be ready, and we'll figure this thing out.
Go ahead.
You guys have adapted really well as series have progressed throughout this playoffs. It's been kind of the story of how you guys have gotten here. Well, why do you think this group has been so good at that? And what do you do between end of this game and the next time you guys gather to kind of put ideas together?
I think we've been able to adapt because I think we've grown into our roles. We've embraced our roles. We hold each other accountable for your role. Really, we all know we have one goal. So we walk in each and every day, no matter what you have going on, we know we have one goal. Guys want to be better individually, but we know it's about coming together collectively and doing anything it takes to find a win. Next man up mentality, we've had it all year. And I think that's why guys have been able to adapt, or our team's been able to adapt. This team presents a different challenge. From this game, like I said, we got to figure out how to be better. Myself, I think we only had 9 turnovers, I had 5. So I got to protect the ball better, or allow us to get shots, not any wasted possessions. We know the playoffs is a game of possessions. I think it was like a 5-point game. I know it was under 10, and that's 5 turnovers, that's 5 shots, that's a potential 15 points that we don't get. So, like I said, I got to be better with the ball, give ourselves a better chance, and then defensively, we're going to figure out how we'd be better. I think we'll be ready in game 2 to make our rotations to close out quicker. We know they got a lot of open looks. We gave them some comfortability, and we got to try to smother them next game.
Okay, we'll go to Sabrina doesn't have an hand raised. I guess we'll close out with Mark Medina.
Hey, Roger, good to see you. Obviously, you guys are like quiet on the floor, but what's he been able to provide behind the scenes since he's
Leader, big brother, a leader, a guy who still instills confidence in his team. We know he's battling what he's battling. He's doing everything he can to get back with us, but he's been here in spirit. He's been here vocally. He's been with the team. He's making sure we're good, sending his best wishes, still checking in, keeping up to date. Like I said, he's doing everything he can, and to still have an impact on his team while he's away, and then doing everything he can to make sure he gets back as fast as possible. So we would love to have him. It's unfortunate. Injuries anytime, not just us, throughout the entire league. It's been tough for injuries, but nobody's made excuses. You got to, like I said, until he gets back, we have to have a next man up mentality. We just got to figure out a way to be better. But I'll take this one on the chin. Guys played well. Like I said, I had 5 turnovers. I can't do that, and I think I had 3 or 4 in the fourth. So when you need baskets, when it was a tie game, I did a poor job of allowing us to get shots and giving ourselves a chance. So I got to be better. I'll be better next game, and we'll come out with a tremendous amount of fight again. And in game 2, we're going to do everything we can to give ourselves the best chance to come out victorious in this hostile environment.
I guess this team has been sort of forced to adjust and adapt as everything has just sort of happened. What were kind of your big takeaways from today, and where do you think the biggest adaptations need to come from?
It's just we just got to find a way to adjust. This is a different caliber team than the other 2 teams we faced. A little bit more guard play, and so we got to figure out how to counter, which we will. We'll figure out another game plan. As much as we wanted this one, I think this was just a good fill-out game to see adjustments. We've been great at adjusting, and we've been great at playing better as the series goes on.
Obviously, it'll maybe look different once Chris comes back or if he comes back, but sort of the fundamental challenge right now, figuring out how to press up on their guards and Booker and stuff like that while still keeping tabs of a guy like Ayton who just catches and sort of finishes everything. Is that the challenge?
Yeah, that's going to be the challenge. It's like I said, it's different. Ayton is a little bit more agile, a little bit more presence down low, better finisher than the bigs we faced. And so it's going to be a challenge. That's definitely what we got to work on.
Can we move over to Law?
Hey, Paul, you're mentioning Ayton just now as a more agile, better finisher and everything. Obviously, Devin had a great game. What is the difference that you see in guarding and defending and game planning for him compared to Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell?
One hangs around the 3-point line and does his damage out there, and the other does his damage in the mid-range.
Guido, AG, knowing this team the way you do and how you guys, players, really focus on trying to make adjustments all the time, what do you expect from this team of how you're going to turn around game 2, especially if you're seeing Booker go for like a 40-point triple-double?
I expect us to, get better as the series goes. We've been great at it. It's nothing to kind of panic over right now. We were down Kawhi. We're, playing with a banged-up Marcus. They don't have CP either. But it's game of adjustments. We'll figure out what we need to do better. But good thing about it, we expect a long series, and all they did was win 1 game.
And losing Marcus, even if it's for stretches, it's a big deal for your defensive rotation, right?
Absolutely. He's a big time contributor for us on both ends. So, not having him fully 100. That's a big player for us. And so, it was an early game. This was a quick swing around coming from a tough game 6 to come into this one. So no excuses. We have to be better, obviously, but we'll expect to make the adjustments we need for game 2.
Gonna move over to Miriam.
Hey, Paul. Obviously, this is a tough turnaround and all that, but Reggie was kind of really hard on himself about his 5 turnovers. And I wonder sort of if that speaks to sort of Reggie and like how he holds himself to account and how much of that is both, fatigue and kind of being drained.
A lot of it. Reggie has been huge for us. He can't really get down on himself. He's carried us and he's pulled us out of holes and he's made plays on top of plays that, has been a big reason of why we're in the position we are. So not every game is going to be perfect. Our job is to pick him up, with him feeling down. Our job is to pick him up. We need Reg. I thought he still played great tonight. We all, have turnovers. We all have bad stretches. When I'm having bad stretches, my guys are there for me to keep me going. And so we're going to do the same thing for Reg. Tell him to move on and tell him to make the same plays he made tonight in game 2.
It seemed like Devin Booker's dribble penetration really just caused havoc for you guys, whether he's creating for himself in the mid-range or for 3-point shooters. How much of that, I guess, was maybe on you guys playing an emotional game 38 hours ago and, just a quick turnaround? How much of it was maybe just them executing well against you guys?
It's obvious, the quick turnaround we've had as a team. But that being said, we're not really a team of, many excuses. This was a very winnable game. We had some miscommunications, some missed assignments defensively, overhelping in some situations, missing rotation. There was a lot of things that were correctable on our end tonight that, played a big part in, the results of the game today. So, we plan on, correcting those mistakes, righting our wrongs, and obviously adjusting and, looking forward to a better show.
We'll move over to Andrew.
Hey, DeMarcus, before tip-off, Ty was talking about how Kawhi has stayed engaged with you guys despite his absence, not being here. He's been really complimentary, Ty has, of the way PG and Kawhi this year have been engaged with their teammates. What have you seen from Kawhi, even though he's not here with you guys, offering advice, or what is he talking about?
He's still active, still talking to the team and, putting his expertise on the game and, just giving advice, pointers for, guys that had to fill in for him and, guys filling in the roles of the backups now. So, he's still being that leader for the team, using his voice and, obviously the situation stuff that he's in, but he's engaged as much as he can be right now.
And then with your role, even before Marcus went down today, did you feel like this was a series where maybe you wouldn't just play maybe a game 1 or tip 2 while the minutes get evened out? You feel like you could have a larger long-term role in this series?
I don't know. That's a question for T-Luke. All I can do is be ready when my name is called, and I'm gonna support my teammates from the side, and try to lead and be that extra voice on the sideline. So with that being said, whenever I'm called upon, I'll be ready.
You're just talking about correcting mistakes. What have you seen from this team? You've been through it now 2 rounds. Doncic, he had a big game. Donovan Mitchell. What do you expect of this players, and how are you guys going to make the adjustment? What are you guys going to do in the next 2 rounds?
We'll adjust. I promise.
What you guys do get together and really try to work on it. What are some of the things that you've seen in the previous 2 rounds that gets you up?
We'll adjust. For sure.
Okay, we'll move over to Law.
Boogie, when it comes to, obviously, what it takes to be an effective offensive big, what are you seeing from DeAndre Ayton? And if you want to discuss the adjustments that were made in this game from the first half to the second half, that would be appreciated as well.
The adjustments for who?
DeAndre Ayton.
What adjustments he made?
The adjustments from the first half to the second half. I mean, we saw Zoo start the second half. You know, part of that probably was because of Marcus not being ready to go immediately for the second half. But it looked like y'all did a better job after halftime on Ayton. Like, I just want to know from your perspective what you saw from what Ayton was able to do in both halves.
It kind of goes back to it was a lot of situations where we overhelped, myself in particular. You know, we gave him that naked roll down the middle. They keep the floor spread. They use the pick and roll to suck guys in. And, you know, we just got to do a better job of our rotations and not overhelping and being in the correct spot. Like I said, we will adjust, and we plan on having a better showing.
Go ahead, Mike. DeMarcus, good to see you. You obviously have an extensive resume, but what is the preparation that goes into just showing play there in any given minutes?
Just trying to be ready at all times, keeping myself wired on the sideline. I don't know what my name is called, but I just want to be ready when it is. And, a lot of hot packs, a lot of coffee, a lot of all of the above. So whatever it takes to be ready.
And we'll close out with Miriam.
Hey, DeMarcus. Paul called this sort of like a feel-out game. And obviously, you know, with the situation you guys are up against and you know, your knack for coming back in series, does it kind of feel like, you know, considering that you guys were right there at the end, everything you were facing, is that something you guys can, you know, hold on to?
Obviously, it was, you know, we took some positives out of this game. We realized, you know, we made a lot of mistakes and, you know, all the factors that's played into, you know, coming into this game, you know, the quick turnaround, all of that. We lost by 2 baskets, which is, you know, it's a sign that we obviously can make, correct a lot of our mistakes, and we got a great chance of winning this game. So it's on us to, like I said, make these adjustments and, you know, just come out and have a better showing.